Now today in this session of class 12 business studies, we will be going to discuss one more form of leadership style. In the previous session, we have already discussed the two forms of leadership style that are authoritative style and the democratic leadership style. Now in this session, we will be discussing about the next form of leadership style that is known as a free rein style or laissez-faire style. What does this type of style means? In this form of leadership style, the full freedom is being given to the followers. The followers are being given the full freedom and no guidance is being given to the followers, or let's say a negligible guidance is being given to the followers by the leaders. The leaders are only playing the role of a facilitator, that means they are making the arrangement of the resources for the followers or the subordinates, and what they think that the followers or the subordinate have got the potential that they can solve their problems on their own. And we cannot predict any person. So how we can say that what he can do and he cannot do? So this type of leadership style where the followers are being given full freedom and autonomy in doing their work, in taking all the decisions, and leaders are just playing the role of the facilitator and they are only giving them a little amount of guidance when needed by them. So this form of style is known as the free rein style of leadership. Now when we are talking about the free rein style of leadership, what are the benefits in this style of leadership? The most important thing, the leaders, they show the trust in their followers. They have full faith and confidence in their followers and they think that the followers have got the potential or the abilities of completing the given task. So there is no need for checking them or there is no need to monitor their work. There is no interference from the above also. Okay, the leaders, when they are giving the task to their subordinates or the followers, so they do not interfere in their working. They have given them the full authority and the freedom. Now the subordinates will make the use of those authorities and freedom and they will give their best possible performance in achieving those targets. Full autonomy is given to them, full freedom is given to them, full authority is being given to them to take any decision which is related with their work matter, and it is believed that when you are giving the full autonomy and full authority to any of the member, so what he does, he works with more interest, more enthusiasm and more zeal. So this is taking place in this form of leadership style. Then the leaders are also unstressed. There is no stress on the leaders also because they feel this thing that whatever work has been given to the subordinates or the followers, if there will be no interference in their working, then definitely they will be completing the given task on a given time period. So this type of leaders, they follow a policy that live and let live. वो पॉलिसी फॉलो करते हैं कि जियो और जीने दो. Give the work to them, give them full freedom, give them full autonomy, then see the results. Is their motive. So these were some of the advantages of this form of leadership style. Now we will be talking to certain disadvantages of this leadership style. इसके कुछ नुकसान भी हैं. No check on subordinates' performance. You are giving full freedom to the subordinates. You are showing full trust and confidence on them. So after deputing a task, the seniors or the leaders, they do not monitor or check the performance of the subordinate. And in this case, sometimes if the followers are not working properly because they knew this thing that we are not being checked by anyone, so sometimes they become lethargic, sometimes they may go out of the way and they will perform certain activities which are not needed. So all these things cannot be checked. Then comes in group efforts, we find that there is a less group productivity. Why? Because there are no targets for the subordinates, and if there are no targets for the subordinates and the subordinates are also not held accountable for their performance, so they are not showing any productivity when it comes to the group effort, or the productivity is much less according to the efforts which are being done by the groups. Then comes related with personal growth. The drawback, that is less personal growth. The personal growth of the subordinate will take place only if he will be guided properly. So wherever there is a need of instructions and the guidelines, so the guidance or the instruction should be provided to the subordinate. Then only he can work in the right manner. But in this form of leadership style, that thing is not taking place. So wherever there is a need of guidance for the subordinate, there is a need of instruction for the subordinate. If those guidance and instructions are not being given to them, so ultimately they do not know much about the fact that how they have to complete this task or how they have to solve this particular problem. So there is a lesser chance of the growth and the opportunity of any subordinate individual. Then comes this type of leadership style create one more drawback, that the subordinates have the indifferent attitude towards the leader. Because if the leader is not worried about the fact that what the subordinates are doing, then the subordinates also think in the same manner, and due to this their performance may suffer. Because if they have got this type of feeling that there is no one to check us, there is no one to question to us, so whatever we will be doing, it will be perfect. So our leader does not see anything, our leader is not worried about any of such matter. So this creates a really different attitude towards the leaders by the subordinate. Then come lack of interest by the followers. The followers are also not taking any interest. Why they are not taking any interest? Because they are not watched properly, they are not supervised properly. So when the watch is not there, when the supervision on the subordinate is not there, so they do not take any interest in their work also. काम में भी उनको मजा नहीं आता है, वो इंटरेस्ट भी नहीं लेते हैं. That's why it is said that when the cat is away, the rat will play. है ना, ये एक कहावत है कि जब बिल्ली दूर रहती है तो चूहे जरूर खेलेंगे, चूहे जरूर उछलेंगे. इसी तरीके से अगर सुपरविजन नहीं होगा तो सबऑर्डिनेट अपने हिसाब से ही काम करेंगे. ओके, एंड मे बी एट दैट पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम दे विल नॉट डू द वर्क, दे विल ओनली क्रिएट द प्रॉब्लम, दे विल ओनली see this thing that the results of the organizations are not achieved. So these are some of the drawbacks related with the free style of leadership. Now when we are talking of this style of leadership, this style of leadership basically works in those type of organization where you have got qualified subordinates and the motivated subordinates. The subordinates are well qualified, well experienced, and they are always ready to take up the task which is being given to them. That means they are motivated for doing any type of work. Then this type of leadership style only prevails in those organizations where there is the expert panel available to us. If there is the expert panel available to us, then what we can do, we can take the help of those experts in solving the various types of problems. Okay, where the simple work procedure is being followed. If there is a complexity in the method and the procedure, then we cannot see this form of leadership style there. Freedom style of leadership or free style of leadership can be only followed where the work process is very simple, the procedures are simple, methods are not too much complex, and it is easy for each and every person to understand that how they have to complete a given task. Then in this form of leadership style, the organization which are following the piece wage rate system. So those organizations can take up this form of leadership style, because when there is a policy that the work what you will be doing, your wages will be decided according to that work only. So according to the work, the wages will be given to the employees. So the employees, they themselves are motivated for this thing, that how much work we will be doing and we will be getting the wages according to that work only, not according to the time which we are spending there. So they themselves are motivated for doing more and more work. So this form of leadership can prevail in this organization. So today we have discussed about the concept related with the free range style of leadership, in which we have discussed the meaning of this style. Then we have gone through the advantages of this style, disadvantages, and where this form of leadership style is suitable. Hope now you have clearly understood that what are the three different forms of leadership style. In the various sessions which we have discussed all these three forms of leadership style in different sessions. Now it is clear to you, and now you can differentiate between these three forms of leadership style. Thank you and have a nice day.